This is Doug from Rusted Wrench Garage. Tonight we're going to make a little short video. I had to put valve spring seals in my heads, and we'll show you those here in a minute. But I didn't have a valve spring compressor, so I bought this valve spring compressor from Harbor Freight. It looks pretty good. Looks like it do the thing. It says for large valve springs. So here it is. This is what it looks like. And it looks like it's made of pretty heavy duty stuff. But the problem is my springs, because we're running those big full roller solid lift cams, the handle here, you know, you're supposed to be able to adjust this and set it and push the handle down to collapse your springs so you can get the keepers out. Well, that handle just really needs to be longer or something, because you could not get this thing pushed down with enough leverage to push it down to collapse that spring. So what I ended up doing is just locking it in there like that, and then twisting this on the bottom of the valve to compress the spring so I could get the keepers and stuff out. So it worked that way, but as far as working the way it's supposed to, yeah, not so much. I mean, if you had stock heads with stock valve springs, it may work fine. Or, you know, if you had the arms the size of Arnold Schwarzenegger, where you could kind of hold the head and push this down at the same time, it might work fine. But it didn't work that great for me. But, you know, I've already opened it. It's mine. I paid for it. So I guess we'll hang on to it. We'll probably use it again on another project. So I guess what I'm saying is my review on the Harbor Freight valve spring compressor is kind of 50-50. It worked. I was able to get it done. But did it work the way I thought it needed to? No, not so much. But I guess if you need one in a pinch, you know, it was like $50, $60, somewhere around in there. I was hoping it'd work better, but it didn't. But anyhow, let me show you what I was doing. And I got a question for you guys out there. Maybe you can help me out on that. So here's the motor that I'm working on. This is our new project. It is a 454 4-bolt main, has a steel crank. It's got a solid roller cam in it too with a set of Brodex heads. It's got 14.5-to-1 compression. It had all this top hat and his Enderley injection system on it. They was running alcohol. So we still got the old motor in the Camaro. It's covered up so I didn't get paint on it, because, yeah, I know you noticed that. I painted it Ford blue. The reason I did is because that's what I had on hand. But we're still going to run the other motor, but we're going to put this one in maybe here into this season, maybe next season, and see what it'll do. But we got these big Brody 3 heads that we was putting on here. Now the question I had is, whenever I pulled these apart, since the motor set for a while, I wanted to put valve springs in, the valve spring seals in there, valve guide seals, I'm sorry, in there. And when I pulled them apart, guess what? They had no valve guide seals in them. None of them, exhaust or the intake. Now, I've heard of people not putting valve guide seals in their heads, you know, just strictly for drag racing. Really don't know what the purpose is. I had one guy tell me in a machine shop that they leave this valve guide seals out so they don't risk the chance of hanging a valve open. And I don't know, you know, maybe I'm not that familiar with it, but as much pressure is on them springs, I can't see how it would hang, that little rubber seal would hang a valve open. So I don't know. I went ahead and put the valve guide seals in there. If one of you guys that are watching, maybe you know the real reason why they run some of these motors without them, let me know. So give me your ideas on that. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you run valve guide seals or do you not run valve guide seals? I elected to go ahead and put my valve guide seals in. Maybe I'm just old school, but I just felt like that was best. I don't want the oil bypassing and, you know, it's smoking on startup and getting oil. I mean, maybe it won't get a lot on the plugs, but, you know, I just didn't want to take that chance. So I just couldn't see it hanging a valve open with all that spring pressure. But I don't know. There's somebody out there I'm sure knows more of it than me. If you would put a comment in there. Do you run valve guide seals, or do you not run valve guide seals? And as far as the Harbor Freight valve spring compressor, I think you could find a better one than that. So anyhow, I appreciate you watching. This is Doug with Rusty Wrench Garage. Till the next one. Thanks.